Why, hello everybody. It is me, back at it again with another video. Now this time, this video is going to be a bit different. As you can probably see from the title, this is a top 10 list of the top 10 characters I want in the Legends mod. Now if you haven't heard of Legends mod, look it up. So yeah, without wasting any more time, let's get right into the list. So, number 10, Booster Gold. Booster Gold is a bit more obscure of a character. I mean, it's not that unpopular. You know, plenty of people have heard of him. You know, it's just that he's not he's one of DC's lesser popular characters outside of the sphere of comics. Now, he doesn't exactly have that many powers. I don't actually remember that much about his character, but from what I do know is that he's pretty much, like normal dude, but he's from, like, several centuries in the future. Probably around the same time period as Reverse Flash, if we know about his origins. And basically, he took a bunch of future technology tech and went back in time to, well, to get rich and famous as a superhero. And well, you know, over the years, you know, he gets some character development to be less, you know, selfish and such, and become more of an actual hero. And he also become friends with the second Blue Beetle. But we're not gonna talk about him right now. Now, Booster Gold, honestly, he would be pretty great for Legends mod. Yeah, there's definitely a reason why he's number 10 on the list. Once again, he doesn't really have any actual superpowers. He just has some future tech. So he wouldn't really be that much of a high-tier character. He would be pretty low-tier. But I still think he'd be a really good and fun inclusion in the Legends mod. Also, I would just kind of love to just kind of have him on the... Number 9. The Lizard. The Lizard is one of Spider-Man's greatest enemies. And one of his classic enemies, too. The Lizard is Kurt Connors, a scientist man who wanted to regrow his arm by using lizard DNA, because they can regrow their tails, even though that's scientifically, they don't always regrow it perfectly. So, I mean, yeah. And instead, he turned himself into a giant lizard monster, although he did get both of his arms back, but only as a lizard. He's had many iterations throughout the years, and probably the only one in the public consciousness was the Amazing Spider-Man one. Do people even remember that one fondly? I don't know. But yeah, honestly, Legends mod is quite lacking in villains, and that's why he's here on the list. There's definitely some other villains that I would like more on the list, which, you know, he's a bit later down. Again, another low tier, so that's why he's also kind of low on the list, because I like high tier characters a bit more personally. But, you know, that's just because, I don't know, maybe they're strong, I guess. I mean, I still like low tiers. One of my favorite suits in the game is actually Robin. Number 8. Scarlet Witch. Now, this one, another time this one, why she's only number 8 on the list, is mostly because of the fact that, well, WandaVision came out kind of recently. I mean, it finished recently, so, you know, that whole show was the thing. And that show I actually did quite enjoy. And I really liked Wanda and Vision's whole relationship and dynamic. And Vision's already in the mod, so why not finish the couple by adding Scarlet Witch in there? Also, her powers would be really interesting to see. Not many, like, magic characters in the mod. I mean, I guess you could count the slasher characters, but not really. Number 7. Static Shock. Static Shock is just honestly such a cool character. He's I don't actually know much about him either, but I do know his powers are really cool. Like lightning and stuff, it's cool, man. Electricity powers are always rad in fiction. Now, we already do have a couple of characters that already have that sort of ability. Just, you know, Shazam and Black Adam. But his are definitely different enough and much more fully encompassing of that specific power. Also, I think his suit looks so cool. Like, honestly, his costume is just really rad. And he would also be a great addition to the Legends mod. In fact, hey, you can even make multiple. The couple of them from the cartoons, and the ones from the comics. You know, you make several. In fact, you make several just about for everyone on the list. Except for Booster Gold, he's pretty consistent design-wise. Number 6, the Green Goblin. Now, if you think of Spider-Man's arch nemesis, who are you gonna think of? Apart from Venom. The Green Goblin, of course. The Green Goblin is one of his greatest foes. And honestly, once again, there are not many villains in the Legends mod. So he would be another great addition to, well, the whole mod. There are not many supervillains in the game. Also, there's not really anybody who flies as uniquely as him. You know, just seeing that glider modeled in Minecraft would be so rad. Like, I'm not sure if it would be like a summonable thing, or if you would be able to fly around with it on your own, like if you craft it, like with the web shooters. I have no idea. But the point is, he would be a very, very cool addition. So, let's move on to the next one on the list. Number 5, Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle is one of my favorite characters. He has such a huge legacy with having three whole people take up the whole mantle. And yeah, I honestly quite like just about every design. Well, the Golden Age one is a bit, eh. It's also quite inconsistent, actually. But yeah, apart from the Golden Age comics, I mean, the second and third Blue Beetles are pretty great. Albeit the second one doesn't really have any powers, neither does the first one, but the third one definitely does, and as in the current Blue Beetle does. I would honestly be happy if any of them were really added. Although I would be most pleased if the third one was added, since he has actual powers, like he can fly, he has lasers, and other stuff that would be really cool to see. Number 4, Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter is one of the main members of the Justice League. And it's quite honestly a shame that barely anybody's even heard of him. Well, I mean, apart from the Snyder Cut, nobody's really heard of the guy. I mean, come on, he's one of the OG members that's been there for a really long time. I don't know if he was there in the first Justice League team up thing, but he's definitely been there for a long time. The older version of Legends mod, Heroes Unlimited, I'm pretty sure Martian Manhunter was actually in that mod. So I mean, I guess you might as well put him in the new one. Now I am aware that that Heroes Unlimited is a separate mod from Legends mod. I'm just saying it uses a lot of the same sort of stuff, and is basically just Legends mod but worse, and with different characters. It's just because it's older. Yeah, honestly, Martian Manhunter has had multiple designs throughout the years that I think all of them would look really cool. You could use the one from the Snyder Cut, you could use the classic comic one, whatever. Yeah, you could even have multiple in there. And besides, you already have all of his powers already coded into different characters. The Flash with his phasing ability, Superman with his laser eyes and flying, and the other powers that he has that I can't remember at this moment because I did not make a script for this. I'm literally doing this on the fly. I have a piece of paper with me. The list is on here. Number 3, Green Lantern. Now this one is definitely not as likely to go into the Legends mod just because of how his powers really work. Like, Green Lantern is one of those heroes where, they have powers that are just, probably kind of hard to replicate in a video game. Especially when, it's Minecraft. What he's supposed to do with the constructs. His whole power is literally making stuff from his mind. And you also gotta deal with which Green Lantern to pick. Honestly, I'm pretty much fine with any of them. I mean, I don't really know all of them, but I mean, I guess you have one you start want to start out with. It would probably be Hal Jordan, at least as well his suit's design. There have been many Green Lantern designs because they're actually a whole core of people. They're basically the space police, but yeah, they're basically the space police, but good at their job. I should probably cut that out. And honestly, I don't know why he hasn't been added yet. I mean, I guess because of how unusual his powers are compared to other characters, that would definitely be easier to implement, and thus, they have. But I think this next one would be a bit easier to do. Number 2, Batman Beyond, aka Terry McGinnis. Terry McGinnis was the was the Batman of Neo Gotham from the show Batman Beyond. It was a direct sequel to Batman the Animated Series and the New Batman Adventures, which is basically the same show, but some people count it as a separate thing. And so yeah, I just said both. Honestly, his suit is just absolutely amazing. I love his suit so much. It's so cool. Like, it's just incredibly sleek, and it looks like something that would be from the future. Just with the all black and the cool thing where it's a mask, but you can actually see his mouth and facial features on it. It's because it's future tech, so they never really explained how that worked. And that bat symbol is just I'm being honest, it looks cooler than the regular Batman. That's right, I said it. Batman Beyond has a cooler looking Batman design than the regular Batman, at least in my opinion. I don't know. As you can see, I like red. And yeah, honestly, once again, a lot of his powers are pretty much just Batman's, except he has a gliding flight thing. And if you've seen the new Spider-Man update video that Legends Mod had created for the 7.0 update, then you would know that they have that exact same thing in that guy. So in one of the 2099, I believe. I don't fully remember, but I'm pretty sure they have him for that because the second 2099 suit can fly, and it basically does the same thing as Batman Beyond suit, except his was made beforehand. Hey, wait a minute. But this one is definitely much more likely to actually get into the mod. So yeah. But I guess this next character is somebody who I think would not be very likely to get in, but would be so cool. Number 1, Ben 10. Ben 10 is one of the most popular shows that ever aired on Cartoon Network. It actually consists of 4 shows of the original continuity and the reboot. Ben 10, Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, Omniverse, and then of course the recent reboot that actually has recently ended. You could put any of the Omnitrix designs in there. Oh yeah, and for those of you who don't know, an Omnitrix is the watch thing that he uses to turn into the aliens. I'm not exactly sure how this character would really work in the mod. I don't know if he'd be a legacy or if he'd be an actual suit, because the actual powers it's just the watch. So I don't know how that would work. But they have a lot of coding for a lot of his characters. Say for instance, Heat Blast, one of his fire alien. A lot of his powers are just the stuff from the Fire Wielder, and I guess that's a reason why they might have not included him yet. Also because he's he's a bit more unusual of a superhero than Superman or Batman or Spider-Man or one of those guys. He didn't originate in comics. He actually originated in cartoons. But listen, man, the main reason for number 1 is because out of all these characters, well, I guess apart from Batman Beyond, the top 2 were literally my favorites out of the entire list. Look, I even made an Omnitrix. So, if you like this video, and you want to see more lists, then maybe I can make another 10 of characters that I want in Legends mod. Or maybe I can make a video about how Ben 10 could actually be in the mod. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'm very, very interested. I honestly hope this video does well. If you want to, you can follow me on Twitch. If you want to see more of my content, I stream every Friday. I do variety stuff, so. But you know, it's mostly Minecraft. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and see ya later.